right, guys, let's get into our BMT review of The Last of Us Episode 9, Look for the Light, season finale. Let's get into this.
What up? I'm Puma.
Tony T.
And you got Charles today.
Charles is here, and Bucky's on the 1 and 2s in the back, as he always is. Shit, it's over. Season finale.
Are you sick again?
They're here.
Is he sick again?
Are you?
No.
I didn't sound very convincing. Oh, snap. We had to finish with a banger of an episode, at least in my opinion. Before we get into this episode, let me just ask this question to everybody here. Is this the best adaptation of a game to like a show or movie?
Hands down.
Absolutely.
I mean,
100%.
100%, right?
Well, I didn't play the game, so you guys can get more opinion.
Well,
to it.
you know,
just the story alone.
Yeah.
Is,
And you saw what we just saw.
Well, we just saw the little clip.
Yeah.
Look how close it was to what it,
I mean,
everything.
what else could challenge this? I don't know. What do you think?
Not right now, nothing.
No, I mean, like before, like what else?
I'm trying to think of old stuff, but nothing.
Think?
Mortal Kombat.
No. But that's one of my guilty pleasures. I love Mortal Kombat, like the original movie, but it was some of that CGI was so bad.
Yeah,
like,
it was good as a movie.
To be honest with you, I wanted Uncharted to be actually pretty good, but that just
they didn't hit either.
Who's supposed to be Uncharted besides the Spider-Man? It was somebody else.
I don't know. I didn't care too much about it.
You mean Mark Wahlberg was in
They're
it?
both in there.
No, somebody else. They had like perfect for the person playing.
I don't know.
No idea.
What, Nathan Drake? Is that his name? Nathan Drake?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, gosh, like not the Resident Evils. Those are guilty pleasure movies also.
Yeah.
Even though I did like a few of them.
Afterlife is the best one.
I haven't seen that yet.
You haven't seen
I
Resident
think
Evil
you went with us.
I might have seen that one. No, I haven't seen the last one.
I think it's Retribution or something.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
haven't seen.
don't even
Yes,
bother.
there you go. I haven't
Don't
seen
even
that.
bother.
Really that bad, huh?
Not bad.
So I didn't see that one. Man, I'm trying to think.
Besides those video games.
Super Mario
But none
Brothers
of-
I was gonna say same thing.
But none of those really
The new
follow.
one coming up. We'll see.
We'll see, but that's
That's a movie.
None of those game movies really follow it. They just it's kind of everywhere.
Yeah.
This is the closest thing.
Yeah.
To,
So
it had its good little add-ons, people that weren't even in the game, but
Yeah.
it still fit. It was
Yes.
perfect. It was good.
Yeah.
It made storytelling better.
It did. So let's start where this episode starts off with the flashback to a woman running through the woods, pregnant, I might add, and she's being chased by something we don't know.
This was one of those add-ons.
Yeah, this was not in the game.
Oh, that's
So-
add-on.
This is an add-on. So this is a special scene, and she's running towards an abandoned house.
Yeah.
She's pregnant. She looks like she's about to like drop a baby at any moment, right? Literally, her water breaks as she's running up the stairs, and she locks herself in a room, and then you can hear it.
You can hear that.
You can hear that coming, and it's a clicker waiting to come, and she's literally
In pain.
in pain,
In labor.
in labor, baby's literally coming out, and the freaking it's not even a clicker yet. It's an infected, right? It's stage 1.
Yeah, because
Stage
he
one,
has
yeah.
a weird eyes.
They
whatever.
can see.
Well, they can see and they can run fast.
They can run fast. Jumps on top of her. She fights him off, stabs it, kills the infected, but
Hold on.
Wow.
Baby pops out.
baby pops out. So like simultaneously, like
We didn't hear it
Kills
though,
it.
so I mean, it might have
Kills-
slid out.
they show that her leg has a bite,
Yeah.
and they look on the ground, and there's a freaking little
Baby.
little baby.
You know
But hold
what?
on.
You know what that reminded me of?
We already talked about it, but you tell what it is. We know what you're gonna say. Go ahead.
I know you know what I'm gonna say.
Yeah, Daywalker.
Exactly.
It's a Daywalker.
Yep.
Ellie Daywalker.
That's a click walker.
It's
That's
a
what I
click
say.
walker.
That's what
Oh,
I
he
said.
said click walker.
Click walker.
He did. He coined it before you did.
I coined it earlier today. I was waiting to say it tonight.
Damn it. Okay, we were. Dude, she's literally the Blade. Because that little baby, it's Ellie. We kind of already knew that.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Oh.
It looked like an older Ellie.
An older Ellie.
Yeah.
Which then
Which is the voice of the
The
So,
voice
go
of
ahead.
Ellie in the game,
Ellie
yeah.
is Anna, who played the pregnant mom.
the pregnant mom is the actual.
That's
It's
one thing
crazy how this all connects.
This is
And
one thing
motion
I
capture,
love
yeah.
about this
Yes.
show is like they're bringing in all the original not all, but most of the original main characters from the movie, and having little spots for them. They found spots for them to be.
I mean, they're
play.
actors,
And they're actors.
so they fit.
But they all have the same like idea of the of the characters. They all love these characters.
Yes, they're
So they have a lot of like they got a lot of passion towards
and
towards
the
this
emotion
whole-
invested
yeah,
in this,
exactly.
right? That scene though,
Wait.
when she had the baby.
Oh,
Go ahead. No, continue.
No, because I was about to skip a little bit.
Okay, yeah. So real quick, baby Ellie, she's infected. She's gonna die, and then the Fireflies show up, led by Marlene, who we find out is Anna's best friend since childhood. And Anna tells her, take this baby, take care of her.
But she's like, no, she's affected.
She's like, when she tried, she said,
Yeah.
she go, no,
she
I gave
kept-
birth before
she
I
kept-
got bit.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. She got bit and then gave birth at the same time. It was like almost simultaneously, right?
Daywalker.
Yeah. Now here's my thing. If I was a scientist in this era, wouldn't you try to like get pregnant women to get infected right before you give birth?
Imagine.
There's no guarantee.
That's
the
how
thing.
I know there is no guarantee. That is no.
Yeah, but I like to save society because
Yeah, but nobody knew that. This was an accident.
So was Blade.
So was Blade. Daywalker. Either way, she says, "Take me out," and this is how you show this. This scene, I think, is to show how dedicated Marlene is to the cause.
Yeah.
Like she had to shoot her own friend, even though she didn't want to. She took care of the baby, and that was a heart wrenching scene. I mean, this show does that to you, right?
It does.
Which leads us to now, Ellie and
back to
Joel
present day.
walking to Salt Lake
So
City.
how come she was like, upset?
Did you remember the last episode?
Yes,
What happened? Yeah, I'm sorry.
she almost got raped.
There you go.
So that was the reason she was.
Absolutely. She was traumatized. She's a
Got it.
14-year-old girl, almost got raped, had to kill somebody, and not just killed them, but like brutally smashed in their face. Overkill. And this is the first time I think we see Joel trying to cheer her up, and she's like, nah, whatever. Yeah, like being like just. I mean, I don't blame the girl. Like
of course.
everything she's been through, right? But then one of my favorite parts from the game happens after this,
Okay.
which is they reach Salt Lake City
You mean the animals?
and they reach
The giraffe.
the giraffe. Was that a real giraffe? Because I feel like I didn't try to like look at the CGI.
I think it's an animatronic.
It's or animatronic
Yeah.
giraffe.
It looked pretty sick though.
It was good.
It
I
did
mean,
not look bad.
and it looked just like the game, right? The opening.
Yeah. Pulled right out of the game.
So that part there was no clickers then in that city.
There was.
There was.
There
In the
probably
game?
was. In the game, yeah.
Yeah,
No,
in the
there was
game.
game.
Yeah.
But this is like I Am Legends type thing. They hide inside the buildings and all
Yeah.
that stuff. But the outside, the nature took over, animals took over.
Which is another like recurring theme is of nature heals itself.
Yes.
Through time. And they fed the giraffe, and she actually became herself again.
Yeah.
And had a smile, and they started talking, and then Joel tells her, you know what, we don't have to do this. We can just go back to my brother Tommy in Wyoming, and we can just leave this behind. And what does she say?
She says we have to see this through all the way.
We have to see
Oh,
this
the
through,
way.
right? This is the part you remember
Yeah.
that, and she's like, no, we got to see it through, because they literally spent a year, right?
Yeah, I
This
was
is
like,
like-
we already been through all this. You want to go back now?
and you
So
get to the
how
end
many states you went to?
from Boston
Yeah.
to Salt Lake City, Utah. So that's
Mhm.
3/4 of the
Yeah.
country. And then they have a conversation after that. That's the toughest for me to watch is when he kind of breaks down and they start talking about, why they're still there and what they're fighting for. And he like basically lets her know, it's like, you're not just fighting. He's like, I'm not fighting for anything. I'm here for you.
Yeah.
And he gets all emotional, and then I get all emotional. Like
Yeah,
it
but I mean-
hits.
You're talking about when he was actually talking about the scar, right?
Yeah, the scar.
So yeah, this just the fact that I don't
Yeah.
think this was ever mentioned anywhere until that point where
Yes.
he told her that he was gonna try to kill himself because
yeah.
he had no reason to live anymore, and the only reason why he's moving on is because of her, not time.
That's right. Because she says time heals all wounds, And he goes,
No.
it's not time.
It's no time.
It's some people,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And looks at her. For me, that gives you like that philosophical thing is like, we're here for a reason. What that reason is, we don't know at the moment, but that's why you can't give up, because eventually
Yeah, of
your
course.
purpose is
Dice.
shown, right?
Well, dice down with you.
Yeah, well, I mean, your purpose will eventually appear, and then whatever happens, happens.
Well, in
right?
general, you have to have a purpose of then what do you
Yeah.
do with yourself?
Well, the whole point is you don't give up,
Yeah.
right? And you have to have a reason, and he found his reason in Ellie. And then this is where they get ambushed in the
Yes,
show.
they,
Right?
were
Oh, yeah.
they were walking through the.
They get
little-
ambushed by fireflies. They get knocked out. They get separated. Right? Ellie gets taken. He wakes up in
In the hospital.
the hospital. Marlene is there, and they tell him what's gonna happen. And she basically lays down the situation. It's like he wants to go see her. Like, where is she? I want to see her. I want to make sure she's okay. And she's like, she's already.
It's like, don't worry, you don't need to see her.
You don't need to see her.
She's being taken care of. We already know what to do.
You did your job,
Yeah.
Joel.
Damn.
You did your job. You can go home. We'll take care from here. Like, what do you mean? And he's like, well, we found that if you could get the whatever, like
the host.
the host where it comes from, the cordyceps where it connects to human beings, they can take that out, like whatever the spinal fluid or whatever.
Which
it is,
apparently is in your head.
which
Yeah,
is in
which
your head.
grows in your brain.
Which
the
grows in your
cordyceps,
brain.
the cordyceps attached to the brain and grows
Right.
in there.
Which means, ergo, to get this possible cure that could save the entire world, you have to
Sacrifice.
sacrifice
Damn
the
body.
host, which would be Ellie, which means Ellie would have to die so the whole world can live, right?
And that's still an if.
And that's still an
It's
if,
still an if, but
right?
but at the same time, like Joel's attitude has changed compared to moving a package
Yeah.
to actually carrying.
Well,
a
yeah.
weapon.
Now she's not cargo. Now
No,
she's family.
she's
Yeah.
her. That's her daughter.
His
she's-
his daughter.
Yeah, his daughter. Sorry, and he's her dad. Right, and this is the philosophical question that arises in this game, and it happens in the game as well, right? Where you as a person have to decide to like save the entire world, possibly, because you're right, it's not 100% guaranteed it's gonna work, or save the one person that you care for, the only reason you have to live.
Well, you don't get to make that decision in the game. It's already But
Again, but you
But
understand
here-
what I'm
yeah,
trying
but
to say.
here's the-
He's
here's-
making, even though you don't make the decision.
that
that's
is
the
difficult.
decision.
He took that choice away from everybody. Like from Ellie, from the world.
But again, that's what this game is
Yeah.
asking you. That's what this show is
That's
asking you.
that's the question. Is like
Yes.
you know the was it the trolley scenario where is it one person you save? It's one person you
Yeah.
care for that you save
Yeah.
rather than saving everyone else.
Are you
from-
doing that? Are you doing the
You know-
Spider-Man thing?
Yeah, you know what I'm talking. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Where
It is sort of familiar.
Green Goblin has
Yeah, it's
Like-
like you choose between the person you care
Yeah,
for
yeah.
or humanity.
Yeah.
Who do you choose? That's,
if you're Spider-Man, you do say both.
Exactly.
yeah, but he's not
But in this reality, when you don't have any spider senses, he goes full ham. He like takes out like
He was pretty
He
much.
pretty much said that her life is not
joke
worth
drunk.
the entire world. I mean, her
Yeah.
life is worth the entire world.
yeah.
Like
The
fuck that.
entire world doesn't matter
Doesn't matter.
because the only thing he cares about is her, and she needs to live. That's the only thing he has left in this world.
Yeah.
Next to Tommy,
Yeah.
he's not gonna let her go. How did you feel about him taking out all the fireflies?
I think he was like blood drunk.
Yeah,
That's the level right there.
Yeah.
That's what I've been saying I wanted to see in these episodes
Yeah.
when he goes through these things.
yeah.
Like
That's
nothing.
exactly
Yeah,
what you do.
so yeah, this is the first time where it's like literally game. He's going ham
right
on
after the
everybody.
cutscene,
Yeah.
game mode.
Game mode, right? And all the way up to he finds her in the like the
Right when he gets
OR.
The OR, yeah.
the emergency room.
The emergency room.
no, it's the
operating.
surgical
Yeah, but it's
pediatric.
the operating.
Yeah.
it's the operating room. That's what we're trying to say.
But dude,
Level
that's-
4.
Level 4 because he read it, right?
But that was a little insane.
Right when he gets there, that's when the cutscene comes back and exactly what they did with the doctors and all that.
Yeah.
That was
So he
amazing.
took him out of the when the doctor got in the way. Like, "Oh, fuck you.
So
You're-
is
you're
that
out."
is that the scientist / doctor that was going to save everyone's lives?
Correct.
Imagine.
Well,
Not
was
even
going to save
anymore.
everybody's life. Was.
Well, here's the thing. There's still no guarantee about it.
We don't know that, but that's the whole. We're led to believe like that it would work.
Yeah.
We're led to believe that, and that's what makes this choice so like crazy because he's like, fuck that. He's like, no, she's coming in. He carries her. He takes her to the basement.
Instead of choosing the millions, he chose the one.
He chose the one, but the one is better, more important than any of the millions, right?
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
like,
that-
this
that-
rules.
That it's called the trolley dilemma, is what I was trying to point out.
Yeah.
It's would you kill one person to save five?
Right.
I was about to say it's the Green Goblin dilemma.
It's they get that
Yeah,
from the Green
same
Goblin.
thing, same thing.
It's that's where it comes from. I bet. I could be wrong, but that's what it sounds like. Because they literally did that in the movies.
Yep.
The trolley. But before they leave, they get stopped by Marlene. And this is just powerful stuff that happens at the very, very end. If you don't know the game and you're watching this for the first time and you know nothing, like this is gonna hit you like hard because he gives him one more chance. He goes, look. She explains, it's one person versus everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Forget about all the people you just killed. I don't care about all the Fireflies. She's the only thing that's important. We can save everybody. You got one more chance. And he still's like, F that.
Joel's like, screw it. Like, I've lost a daughter. I've lost friends.
Yeah.
Like, why should I lose somebody else?
Right.
that I
He
care
lost
about?
Tess.
Yeah.
Right. He lost everything except for her. Pretty much, except for her.
But
and
that
her brother.
ending, the whole ending right after that, right when you get to the scene when he gets her from the bed, on point, dude.
Yeah, we shot for shot, shot for shot, pretty much to the end. He takes her, gets in the car, leaves. She wakes up, and he's like, "What happened? Why are we here?" And she's like, "Oh,
You know, we talked about it. There's a bunch of them like you.
Yeah.
They already gave up looking for a kid.
it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
So we're going home."
There's one thing I wanted to point
Yes.
out. She did mention, like, when he says the drugs are wearing out, and she was like, drugs? Did you not catch that?
I did.
Yeah, because she was put under. She didn't know what
Right.
was gonna happen.
But
She
didn't
didn't
know what
know.
was gonna happen.
Like,
was
That's
gonna
what I was
happen.
saying too. It's like how she knew. Remember they threw the grenade, they got flashed,
Yes.
like knocked out.
Yes.
She had time to talk to the doctor.
Okay, see? This is where I came up with that thing that I was saying before.
Yeah.
That I think she already kind of knew
I
what
don't
she
think
was
so.
setting
No,
herself
because they were knocked out.
No, because they probably had time. She already probably awoke.
Well, remember
They
they
probably
knocked,
set
they
her up.
knocked Joel down with a gun.
Marlene
not
probably
her.
talked to her.
Did they at every point tell her that to save everybody, they have to kill her? Did she ever know until that point
in the
to the
video,
end?
in the video game.
No, it doesn't matter.
No, I'm asking-
No, it doesn't matter in the game or in the show. They have not done that. I'm speculating on the point of how it gets to flashbang to that point to get out of
Yes.
bed to.
Yeah, there was time had to pass.
They
Like,
had
what
time had to
happened,
pass,
what
so they
happened.
probably talked to her and.
That's a very
That's a
big if.
speculation.
So that's one theory.
Well,
Yes.
I think they didn't tell her shit.
I think, you know what? Honestly, he's
Yeah.
right. I think they did tell her something,
Yeah.
and she was agreed
Yo,
to it because
That's why
here's
at the end,
No,
was-
she
she's
asked.
so skeptical about what
let
he's
me-
saying about.
Well,
about
let
the
me
Fireflies.
let me bring you full circle, guys, and I'm gonna bring you full because I mentioned this earlier. Go back to episode 1, okay?
You said they killed a kid.
Let me explain this.
Oh, Charles.
Charles, let me go back to episode 1. Okay, so we get
Is
to
that the one where
we
they
get
kill
to
a
the
kid?
war to the right, the DZ, right? There's a little kid, looks like he got a wound, wandering. They bring him in, and there's a doctor says, how are you feeling? How's everything? They do the little test on the child, and it comes back infected, right? And what does the doctor say? You're gonna be okay. We're gonna give you food. We're gonna give you. You want to play with some toys. You want to make sure everything. Don't worry. We're gonna take care of you. And the very next scene, you see the dead body in the truck,
see
and Joel has to
Joel
throw
has- yeah.
into the fire.
But see that.
So
But here's
this is the full circle. They did not tell the kid.
but that's
But here's the thing.
That's Fedra.
That's
That's
Fedra.
not.
Yeah.
That's
That's
not
not
Fireflies.
But again, they would. Do you see Marlene? Marlene goes, no, she's more important. He didn't tell her what happened. She does because she knows she's messed up because of the trauma that she had. Dude, she killed the mom. She has to kill the daughter. She's not going to put the daughter into suffering. He's like, she's going to die no matter what. Why would you tell her? It's easier. It's kind of like this idea. It's easier to convince somebody with sweets than with spice, right? And, oh, you can save the whole world, but you're gonna die. Or you can say, you can save the whole world, but we're just gonna put you to sleep. We're gonna take this out of your brain, and you're gonna be fine.
The point
and she
is,
doesn't know.
The point is that the point is that they talked before they put her down. Yes. What they said,
yeah.
we don't know.
Oh, well, what they said, they definitely didn't tell her she was going to die to do this.
You don't know that either. Your thing can be a maybe. Ours can be a maybe.
I want to hear what people think.
Comments over that one.
I honestly, because this is going to
Because that's
this is a good
hardcore-
argument.
Yeah.
I personally don't like. It's like this.
But what do you think she asked? Are you telling the truth?
How about this?
That's why.
Yes.
Because they had to have told her something before the thing
Yeah,
started.
she was
No.
super
That's why I was
skeptical.
saying-
I definitely. It's again. This is. You could. There's so many like cooking a crab, right? You put the crab in the cool water, then you turn the heat, and then it gets hot. You don't put the crab in the boiling water because it's gonna spaz out.
You put the peas in the cooking.
I'm just telling you, this is why. But again, we can argue
go back
this.
and
We
back
go
and
back and
forward,
forth.
yeah.
I see your points, and I believe it's valid.
It could be either or, man.
It could be either or.
We don't know.
Well, here's the thing. She knows something's up at the end of the day. She
Hold on.
knows.
Question.
Yeah.
They ever made a book of that? Book?
I have no idea.
What?
Yeah, like read it.
mean,
Maybe a comic book.
But none of us played part 2. Maybe in part 2 something gets
Explain it.
Yeah,
Maybe. Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So we're kind of thrown off right now.
Because part 2 is future, right?
Well, it continues off a couple years later. She's
Couple
older.
years,
Yeah.
But to finish off this episode real quick, the last thing that we see in this episode is they reach Wyoming, right? They had to walk the last 5 miles.
Yeah.
They're talking, and she basically asks him, she's like, did everything you say about the fireflies, is it true? And he lies to her and says, yes. Because at the end of the day, he cares more about her than anything that happened.
Yeah.
It's like...
But what do you think if he would tell her the truth? What would happen to her?
She would leave. She'll leave. She'll go back to the fireflies.
But why is this lingering over her head? What was told?
See, you kind of made her a point.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying.
See, I had to ask that
But
part.
again, she's going back because she thinks she has the cure, not because she's gonna sacrifice her own life.
Well, if he was gonna tell her the truth, he's gonna tell her, yeah, they tried to kill you to get the cure out of your head. Then she would be like,
she would
well,
think about
maybe
it.
I had to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, she would have said that.
Maybe, but see then again, that's knowing after the fact, not at the time. You know what I'm saying?
But here's the thing. Like I say, he was the real father. You think he would let it happen? Sacrifice your daughter for the sake of the whole world?
No, he is the real father now.
No, I'm saying, like,
Yeah,
say,
but
I'm talking about real blood DNA.
Exactly. As a father, though, would you let that happen?
I'm asking-
Again, he did exactly what he would do no matter what. He is like
As a father.
He
he's a
did
father.
it as his
Yeah.
He
He
was
killed
doing-
everybody
Yeah,
as
It
a
was
father.
like he was protecting himself.
Yeah. Dude, this is why we love this show, because look at the discussion we're having. This is the things that go through our heads. But yeah, that was it. And scene.
End scene.
And we're done with the season.
We're done with the first game.
We're for
Hold
part
on,
one.
what was the last line of that show?
She says okay.
I was about to say, okay.
How?
okay.
How?
Okay. She said it in a way that
She didn't believe it, right?
she didn't believe it, but she wanted to.
I'm gonna trust you regardless.
But I'm gonna trust you regardless. And that's
You
it.
say okay, fine, okay.
Here's- well,
But she still has something in
of
her
course.
mind being like,
Yes. Yeah.
That could have been the
something-
Which are
conversation.
questions
Yeah,
we're-
yeah.
which are questions we should have answered hopefully in season 2, which guaranteed is, we already know
So
it's
you
gonna
got-
be
you
done.
And we
fi-
should jump
you-
into the game too.
I was gonna say you got finish. No, part 2. Finish it off. You.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's what I
We're
meant.
gonna play both. Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
So if anyone wants to invest in the buying the game for all of us,
So yeah, like, subscribe, follow. Don't listen to him, and we'll see you on the next one.
Yeah. And tell us what you think about what we discussed in this episode.
Pretty
'cause,
much.
Yeah. That was great.
It was.
BMTs, five star BMT
Whole
stars?
season?
Whole season.
5 out of 5.
5 out of 5. I'll go 6 out of 5. That's how good this
Nah.
is.
I give
Exceed
4
expectation.
4 5.
Only because you didn't even watch 2 episodes. So
No,
I'm
no,
like-
no. I feel that they should add more clickers.
Okay, I get your argument. Yes, he has some points in there. There should be a little bit more clickers.
It was less than that because it was more story based.
it was
of
more
course.
story based. You didn't need
Yeah.
the clickers.
It would be kind of cool to add some
Yes.
points to it. I get where he's coming
it's a
from.
story. It's a story.
He
about
still gave it
people
4.5.
living- All right.
That's my opinion. You can't take it away from me.
Yeah, don't.
Can't take it away
you have
from
to
him.
hear my opinion and like it.
No, it doesn't work that way.
All right, we'll be back for season 2.
Yep.
We'll be back.
We out.
We out.
Adios.
Late.
I'm just kidding.